Hey guys, I'm Jesse from Jesse the Reader, and this is New Release Tuesday. I'm filling in for Liz this week, and I just want to throw it out there that I'm not going to do as good as a job as she does with This Week in YA New Release Tuesday, just because I'm new to this and this is sort of thrown on me last night, which is okay. I'm excited to be here, but I'm just not going to do as good a job as Liz. Liz, I respect you because this is actually a really hard job. I feel like half of my summaries aren't going to even make sense, but stick with me. I hope that they will, and I hope that you enjoy this. There are going to be a lot of jump cuts in this video, and I apologize for that in advance. Let's get to it, shall we? The first release is called Scarlett, Dedd, and is written by Cathy Brett. The story is about a girl named Scarlett Dedd. Scarlett Dedd, title, name. You see what they did there. She is terrified when she discovers that she has killed herself and her entire family. The story is about her trying to fix this mistake that she's made, or at least that's what I got out of the summary. The next release we have is Kissing Shakespeare by Pamela Mingle. Miranda is obsessed with Shakespeare. She dreams of becoming a Shakespearean actor just like her parents. That is, until she humiliates herself in a school performance. A fellow cast member, Stephen Langford, approaches Miranda and takes her back in time to 16th century England, the world that Stephen is really from. Miranda gets this opportunity of a lifetime to perform for the young William Shakespeare. Oh snap. The next book we have is The Kill Order by James Dashner, which is personally the one that I've been looking forward to for the longest time, even though I still have yet to finish the Maze Runner trilogy. Yeah. Anyways, if you haven't already guessed, this is the prequel to the Maze Runner trilogy. So if you have read the Maze Runner trilogy, you're going to want to check this out. The next book we have is Soonchild by Russell Hoban. This story is about a guy named John whose wife is expecting their first child, a Soonchild. Whatever a Soonchild is, I'm sure you'll find out what that is in the book when you read it. Anyways, the Soonchild will not come out of his wife, so John sets out on an adventure to find the world songs. The world songs, which I'm sure you'll find out what it is in the book, helps all Soon children leave the womb. But before John gets to his destination, he has to go through all these trials and obstacles before he can reach the world songs. The next book we have for you is Counting Backwards by Lascarso. Yep, I'm really good with names. This is a story about Taylor Truewell, who grew up in sort of a broken home. She's just decided that she's had enough, and so she decides that she's going to run away. When Taylor is caught stealing a car, she finds herself in a juvenile psychiatric correction facility. I got it. That is such a mouthful. This could be the place that saves Taylor. The next book we have is The Rise of Elgen by Richard Paul Evans. It's the second book in the Michael Fay series, so definitely check it out if you have read the first one. The next book we have is Intentions by Deborah Heiligman. It's about a girl named Rachel who grew up in sort of a rough family, sort of a broken home, and after overhearing a conversation in her synagogue's sanctuary, she feels she's lost trust in the people that she loves the most. This causes her to change into a reckless rebel, and the story just is about her finding her way and figuring out who she is in life. The next book we have is Touched by Cyn Balog. This is about a boy named Nick Cross who has this power where his mind tells him when something tragic is about to happen. Like, his mind will tell him if a girl is getting ready to be hit by a car or something, and he'll go and save her. But everything changes when he meets this girl named Taryn, and she introduces him to the book of touch. Ooh. And after that, everything changes. I'm really bad at this. Liz, can you just come back to This Week in YA? And the next book is Suck It Up and Die by Brian Meehl. That's quite the title, isn't it? I'm gonna have to read to you, off my handy Mac, the summary of this book because I just couldn't put it into my own words. Nearly 2 years after Suck It Up, all Morning Macabre wants is to complete his training at the New York Fire Academy and to stay head over heels in love with Portia for as long as the chronology-crossed lovers can, given that she is now 18 and he's stalled at 16. It's nearly the first anniversary of American Out Day, the historic day on which the League of Vampires of America began going mainstream without going bloodstream on their fellow mortal citizens. The tension between Morning's wish for a simple, out-of-the-spotlight life and Portia's cinematic obsession with historic events escalates to the breaking point when a super sinister vampire rises from the grave with a powerful thirst for revenge. The next book we have is My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece by Annabel. This story follows 10-year-old Jamie and his family as they deal with the loss of his sister, Rose. She passed away 5 years prior in a terrorist bombing. It follows the family's struggle to understand why this happened to them and their struggle to push forward. Next book we have is False Memory by Dan Krokos. This is about a girl named Miranda who wakes up on a park bench alone with no memory. She finds herself releasing a strange energy that fills people around her with terror. her path crosses with a boy named Peter, who isn't shocked by Miranda's powers. The story is about how Miranda deals with discovering what has happened to her and her newfound powers. The next book we have is The Rising by Will Hill. This is about Jamie Carpenter, a 16-year-old boy who's brought into Department 19, which is a classified government agency of vampire hunters. This group of people was formed to defeat a little problem that they like to call Dracula. Ooh. The next book we have is The Treachery of Beautiful Things by Rue Long. This is a story about 17-year-old Ginny who was determined to find her brother. Her brother was actually swallowed whole by trees, and Ginny was there to see the whole thing. This book is full of romance, fairy tale, and thrilling suspense as Ginny enters the forest on a hunt to find her brother. That's all I have for you guys this week. Thanks for watching, and Liz will be back next week. Thank God.